All right, good morning, guys. Dr. V here. I'm back with another great video. Remember, I was a broke-ass surgeon at the age of 39, $4 million in debt, creditors calling me, pink slips, sheriff's department, the whole shebang. 6 years later, at the age of 45, I retired independently wealthy. Today's talk is augmented by a short video from the Swedish Investor, which is a summary of the Millionaire Fast Lane. And I put a link in the description to that video you can watch. This is a great little book. I read it on a plane trip a couple years ago, and it's very helpful. But this video, synopsis video, is really good at breaking down some of the key points of the book. What I want to do is give you a little bit more Dr. V tips on it, okay? So, you know, the book really, the idea is like, imagine there are three different types of people, right? And one person is a sidewalker, right? Imagine you want to go from your house to the grocery store, right? And you can either sidewalk it, and that will take you a long time. If you don't know the directions, you might get lost. You might end up in BFE, right? It'll get you a long time. Or you can get on a tractor or a bicycle and ride to the store. That's called the slow lane, and get to your destination. Or you can get a supercar, a Formula One race car, or a Ferrari, and get into your car and get there really fast. That's the fast lane. So the first thing you have to understand is, are you a sidewalker, slow laner, or a fast laner? And these are important. You know, part of changing your life and personal development is to understand, like, yourself. Like, okay, here's who I am, all right? Sidewalkers will lead to being poor. Slow laners will lead to mediocrity. And fast laners will lead to wealth. Now, everybody wants wealth, but people don't want to talk about it. People don't want to admit being fast laners. Well, let me take that back. I'm a fast laner. I've always been a fast laner, okay? Let me take what I said back. It's not quite true. I will say it this way. People who are in the slow lane currently, they are embarrassed, amen, to admit that they're trying to become fast laners. Like, they don't want to tell their friends, family. They don't want to talk about their MLM. They don't want to talk about, you know, they don't want to let them down. They don't want to skip the barbecue or skip the pool party. They're a little embarrassed. Does that make sense? They kind of read books, but you know, they don't really share it with their friends and family. But this is average people. I'm going to tell you, in America at least, sidewalkers and slow laners are the majority, and the fast laners are the few. Dr. V, I'm part of the few, the proud, the Marines. I'm part of the few. Maybe not. I don't want to break down the qualities of these individuals, but what I want to do is give a Dr. V spin on it. Dr. V, are you saying in order for me to become wealthy, I've got to like quit my job, I've got to start my own business? No, in fact, that's a very fast way of going broke. And there are many, and in fact, the vast majority of wealthy people in the world actually made their money working for a company, working for someone else. So in order to be a fast laner, you don't have to start your own business. But there are some principles that you have to understand and follow. One of them I talked about in a previous video, where I said you have to get to passive income as quickly as possible. Get your money to work for you and get into passive income. For example, for me, like, you're watching this YouTube channel. YouTube has become a source of passive income for me. I just post these videos. I get a small check. And every now and then I'll get a big check if a video goes viral. But for the most part, you know, it's a couple $1,000 a month, which, you know, for a lot of people is the difference between going homeless or not. Dr. V, what if I'm just an employee? I just want to be an employee, right? I want my paycheck. I don't want to deal with the business. I don't want to deal with all the hassles, the headaches, the rules, the regulations, the employees. How can I get wealthy? All right. And this is where I diverge from the video. They don't talk about this, but this is very important. Your wealth is proportional to the demand for your skills okay, the demand for your skills, how good you are at those skills, and lastly, the difficulty in replacing you. Let me say that again. You will get paid. Dr. V, I just want to be an employee. How do I make money as an employee? You will get paid in proportion to the demand for your services, how good you are at those services, and the difficulty in replacing you. This is from Earl Nightingale. And this is super, super true. What the average person doesn't understand is, and I have nothing against like McDonald's or Secretary. I kind of have something against McDonald's, but why do they get paid minimum wage? Well, because anyone can do their job. The skill level is not that hard. You can be easily replaced. Does that make sense? Why do you even have a job? Because there's a demand there. But the skill levels are so low. Same thing with secretary. Same thing with laborers, right? Like ditch diggers, construction workers. You're going to get paid in proportion to the demand for your skills. Like if there's a shortage of laborers, if they can't find people to work in construction industry, you're going to get to charge more. If you are a framer or a bricklayer or a tile worker, how good are you? Do you lay the tiles evenly, spaced nicely? Do you know how to do the trim work? Have you ever been in a hotel and you go into the bathroom and the fucking tiles are off? Doesn't that drive you nuts? Like the tile layer did not know, like they have to cut so that it shows up evenly, otherwise it looks all like cattywampus. Doesn't that drive you nuts? How good are you? They didn't hire someone that was very good. And how difficult is it to replace you? So, if you understand this, Dr. V, how do I get wealthy? Well, you've got to increase your skills. You got to add, first of all, you have to add a skill where there's a demand. So go to your boss and say, what do you need? Well, I need someone who knows Excel spreadsheet. Well, there's a fucking online degree certificate from Microsoft that you can take and you can get a certificate for Microsoft Excel and Office, right? And then you just say, hey, oh my God, I just got that certificate. Can I show it to you? I know a lot about Excel. What do you need to be done? Well, no one seems to know how to like take the numbers and create a fancy pie chart. Oh my God, I can do that. That's basic stuff. Do you want a pie chart? Do you want to zoom in? Do you want a graph? Do you want a line? I can do all that stuff for you. Wow. Now you're not going to get paid right away. Oh my, so your boss says, wow, that's great. I've got this presentation. Can you put something together for me tonight and show it to me tomorrow? That's when you say yes. That's when you take your work home. Yes, I can. So that night, you feed your kids, you put your husband to bed, you stay up at your little round breakfast table that you inherited from your grandmother, that the wooden table and chairs all rickety, right? And you put some graphs together and this and you put the numbers and you show up the next day to your boss and you say, hey, is this what you're looking for? And your boss says, oh my God, that's amazing. And then your boss says, I'm giving this presentation tomorrow. I'd love it if you could go with me. You know, I'm giving it to the board. I'm giving it to my bosses, right? And could you be there in case I don't know, I have a technical glitch or I don't know how to turn it on or whatever? Answer, yes, love to go. Not, well, I'm just shy. No, I just like being the background person. No, I'm just the background person. No, you're not. You can't be if you're trying to change your status. Who understands what I'm trying to say? You can't. Stop that shit. It's not cute. It's not helpful. I'm just little old me. Stop it. You did the certificate. You worked on a weekend or a couple months, or you took the course. You got the degree. How good are you at these skills? Aren't there people who took that course who didn't fucking learn anything? Who can maybe do a basic pie chart but can't get it to spin and rotate and do all sorts of stuff? Of course there are. You're much better. Aren't there people that lay tile that can lay it totally perfectly? Aren't there surgeons who leave sponges behind? Aren't there doctors who take out the wrong kidney? Those fuckers fuck it up for the rest of us. Aren't there surgeons who make crooked ass sleeves that are too big on top? Dr. V's in there watching them going, that's jacked up. That's a jacked up sleeve. I went to a training one time, and at Duke University. I mean, top notch university. I probably shouldn't have said their name. It does not sound. It was not Duke. And we were watching the surgery and the sleeve, and I was. This is when sleeves were a little bit newer, but I was like, dude, that's jacked up. The guy was just like gone. He didn't have the liver retracted. His assistant, he was working with a second year resident or something, didn't know what he was doing, and it was just a hot mess, right? They got into bleeding. They left a huge big top of the stomach called the fundus. It was the staple line was all wiggly, and I was like, dude, that sucks. That's a really jacked up sleeve, man. So yeah, how good are you at these skills? Now, how difficult is it to replace you, right? Secretaries, love y'all, but you're pretty easy to replace. Waitresses, love you, but you're pretty easy to replace. No, I'm a really good waitress. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Still easy to replace. I'm a really good cashier. Yeah, but an 18-year-old girl can do your job. You know, you can be replaced. Just accept it. Dr. V was replaced. So as a general surgeon, I got paid X amount. As a bariatric surgeon, more skills, more demand for my skills. I got paid more, right? I became a director of bariatrics for Albuquerque, and I got paid the most, right? I was at a directorship level, so I got paid more. It's harder to replace me, but once I retired, they still replaced me. They didn't want to, the fear of replacing someone at that level, it's much harder to find them, but you're also going to have to restart, throw more money, recruit, etc. So it's very difficult. So that's why I got paid the big bucks back in the day. Is this helpful? If this is really, if you want to change your life. Now, Dr. V, what if I'm a small-time entrepreneur? Who knows what I'm talking about here? Like, maybe you're in a network marketing company. Maybe you're into Mary Kay or candles or dildos or whatever it is you're slinging. Whatever it is you're selling. Well, Dr. V, I don't want to create Google or Apple or go to Mars. I don't want to do any of that shit. I just want a little bit extra money. What can I do? How can I go from being a slow laner to a fast laner? This is the last tip I'm going to talk about, okay? And this is me, right? These are called solopreneurs. I'm a solopreneur. I don't have a team. I edit my own videos, I don't have an assistant. That's why y'all don't get any responses. You're a solopreneur, right? So what do I do here? What if I want to increase my wealth or my profit? Here's what you got to do. And it's discussed in today's video. You have to multiply. Okay? You have to understand magnitude times scale. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, for most of you, small time, your problem is that you're calling yourself, I'm a small timer. Your number one problem is small numbers. Can I have an amen? Your numbers are too small. Dr. V, I worked hard. I signed up one person. I worked hard and I signed up 10 people. I signed up 100 people. Your numbers are too small. So magnitude is how you make people feel. You know, hopefully you found me either through COVID and I made you feel a certain way, or you found me through my weight loss surgery stuff and I gave you some sort of hope and guidance on your weight loss surgery, and again I made you feel a certain way. And it could be, and you know, I hate to say his name, but the former president, he's very good at making people feel a certain way. You either love him or you hate him. It's not vanilla. That really will, you know, for lack of a better example, that really explains some of the impact. So, as a solopreneur, you're trying to sell candles. How do you make people feel? Do they have to have your candles? Is it the most amazing lip gloss ever? Is it the most amazing teeth whitener ever? Multiply that times scale. And scale is how many people. How many people you affect. So if you want to make more money, what you have to do is make more people feel a certain way, either good or bad, and you got to make more of them feel that way. And that's how you will have more wealth. So former President Trump was very good at eliciting emotions to a large crowd of people. And that's how he won 2016. I don't believe you, Dr. V. His opponent in 2016 made fewer people feel this way. Does that make sense? So how do you outcompete your competitor? You make more people feel a lot better. Right? That's how this works. And that's how you're going to sell more candles, more lipstick, get more YouTube followers, YouTube subscribers, sell more books, sell more courses, and let's be very clear about this. And I want to talk about this because it's a really kind of like a dirty word, and it doesn't need to be a dirty word. Okay, Dr. V, I want my life to change. I want to get to the fast lane. I want more employee wealth. I want to grow my business. Dude, all of everything y'all are saying, it's all fucking sales, guys. So the bonus tip I have to give you is this. Like, embrace sales. This is how this works. No, it's not, Dr. V. I'm not like you. I'm not like that. What are you wearing today? I got this little t-shirt. Where'd you get that? Why'd you buy that t-shirt? Oh, it's my favorite country singer. Yeah, he sold you. She sold you. You know, what shoes are you wearing? Michael Jordan's. Why? It's my favorite. He's my favorite basketball player. Yeah, he sold you. What phone are you using? I'm using a Samsung. Why the fuck are you using a Samsung? I like it. It's got a good camera. Yeah, you were sold. Why are you using an Apple? Why the fuck are you using an Apple product? They're so expensive. Oh, I just love it. Yeah, you were sold. Why do you work where you work? Oh, I love my job. I love my people. I love my coworkers. Why? Oh, they're just great. My boss is amazing. Yeah, they sold you. They sold you. No, they hired me. No, they sold you. They sold you on the company. They sold you on the business. They sold you on the possibilities. They sold you on the vision of where the company was going. They sold you on the 401k. They sold you on the benefits. They sold you on the dental. They sold you, man. Come on. So why do we act like sales is a dirty word? Why do we act like we're not good at sales? Dr. V, I'm not good at sales. Are you married? Yeah, I'm married. You sold them. What? Yeah, fucker. You sold them with your lip gloss, your fake eyelashes, your hair extensions. I know your tricks. You get that watermelon peppermint lip gloss that kind of stings a little the first time you kiss her. Yeah. First time Erica kissed me with one of those, I was like, whoa, wow, that's memorable. I was sold. Hallelujah, I'm sold. Right? Think about it. How do you get your kids to eat broccoli? You sell them. How does Mason go to bed at 9 o'clock? I sell her. I sell her on a great night's sleep, having energy for tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow's going to be exciting. Your friend's coming over. You're going to a birthday party. We're going to have a pool. Whatever it is, we're going to see them. Oh, okay, great. I can't wait. Right? We sell her on, you got to read a book. It's fun to read a book. We read books. You're always being sold. You're either selling or being sold. And the sooner you embrace this, and then you work yourself backwards. Okay, Dr. V, I got it. I'm going to embrace sales. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make more people feel a certain way, you know, but before I get to here, I've got to get more money in my job, my 9 to 5, so I'm going to increase my skills. I'm going to find skills that there's demand. Like, you know, I want to crochet. Not a lot of demand for that. Sorry. Not a lot of demand. I'm going to get really good. I'm going to make it really hard for them to replace me. That means like they like me. That means I show up. I'm a good worker. I don't cause trouble. I'm going to build up my employee wealth while at the same time I'm working on my little solopreneur stuff on the side by helping a lot of people. And that's going to I'm going to build that up bigger. I'm going to keep this shit up. And that's how I go from mediocre to wealthy. Hope you enjoyed that. Thank you guys very much. I'll be back with another video later.